Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one it is the last of the games that I had for the Atari VCS that I can do a video of. I had 11 back in the day. This is the 10th one. The 11th is Combat, but Combat is 2-player only, so since there's only one of me, I can't really do a video of that without it being utterly boring. Of course, I say that as if these ones haven't been. So this is Super Breakout. This was released for the VCS in 1979. It's a conversion of the coin-op original, which came out in 1978, which itself was the follow-up to the original Breakout, which was released in 76. There is a version of Breakout for the Atari VCS that came out in 77. It was one of the eight, one of them. One of the eight titles that was released, alongside the original console release. But I did play the original Breakout on the Atari, and I didn't mind it, but Super Breakout just grabbed my interest a lot more for a rather strange reason. Let's face it, when it comes to like games being simple and being basic and all that, which I've said pretty much throughout all of the Atari game reviews, this one really is as simple and basic as it gets. It's basically Pong for one player. But it was the audio and to a lesser degree the visuals that really caught my attention back in the day. I mean, I think we got this in 1980, so it had already been out for about a year. So I was 8. And I guess when you're 8 years old, well, certainly back in 1980, you were a lot more easily pleased. And I like the way that if you were able to progress somewhat in this game, the audio just went into complete bedlam, as did your score. You just watch your score, and it's just shooting up and up and up and up, and you've got the audio going with it to... the audio is just going a bit mad. Hopefully I will do okay or well enough to show that. Now this game has, I think, 11 variations. I'll show 2 or 3 of them, but let's get the game underway on variant 1, which is just the classic Breakout. Here we go. Right, now it does actually choose a completely random audio effect. There are several different audio effects. It picks one at random when you start the game. So, right, press fire and down comes the ball, and yeah, it is just Breakout. Now a lot of people are probably instantly dismissing this. The thing is, a lot of people were fans of Arkanoid and Traz and Impact and all that, and you know, take out the sound effects, or no, take out, like, you know, the power-ups, you've got Breakout. So, you know, you can't be too dismissive of Breakout if you were a fan of, you know, say Arkanoid and company. Now I have got the ball going on rather a shallow angle. God for that. Now the ball, speeds up when you hit the blue layer bricks. Once you got through the red layer, and that's when the audio and your score are just going on and on and on. Your bat shrinks in size, so yeah, it does start to get pretty tough. It also doesn't help that the emulator, like I was saying when I did Warlords, the sensitivity just isn't there. It's not doing a good job of giving me the same amount of control as I would have if I was using the paddles. So I've got up to the red layer, but for the scores to start going really chaotic, I have to break through and then be hitting the bricks from the top. Oh, fucking, there we go. I think you get, it's either 5, maybe, oh fucking, what? It's either 5 or 6. Something is definitely not right with my fucking mouse on this shitty mouse pad. So, right, last life. I mean, I cannot set my mouse sensitivity any higher. It's at the maximum within Windows, and I've got the on-the-fly adjustment on the mouse to the highest it can be. So this is as good as I can do. And there's probably going to be quite a few quiet bits here, because I really do need to fucking try and concentrate in order to try and actually get anywhere, especially when the ball speeds up like that. There you go. 105. I did really shit there. Well, let's go on to the next variant, which is this one here. As you can see, it's single player, then 2 player of each variant, until you get to the kids level, which I think is game 11. There's no 2 player version there. So with this one, we have the double bats at the bottom, and there are 2 balls in play. You only lose a life when both balls goes out. So let's see how we do here. Alright, here we go. It sounds like it's double points as well. Yes, I think it is. So the scores, yeah, the score could be going up at a hefty rate, and the bedlam sound of the audio could also be going quite chaotic if I can get, well, even just one of them up and actually break through the wall there. As you can see, I do try to use the first bat. The second one is basically just a backup if I fuck up the first one. So there we go. Focused on the wrong fucking ball. Ah, you cunt. I was doing alright then. Alright. Okay, yeah, did well there. Ah, you. There we go, the score's now going fucking balmy. And this is what really caught my attention with the game back in the day. It just goes mad. And so when you're an 8-year-old, you love that. So yeah, as you can see now, because I've broken through, the bats are now a lot smaller. They're now half the size, and it does make it fucking difficult, especially at this speed. And perhaps unsurprisingly, this is the variant that I played the most back in the day. Ah, come on! Rather lucky to get away with that. Oh, well, there you go. So straight away the bats go half size, and straight away I start fucking missing everything. I've only got 3 bricks to hit. No, I'm just gonna fucking keep on missing them over and over again. Oh, fuck it, I thought I'd got one then. Okay, so I got one at last. 2. And then that. Okay, I've got 2 balls now. Surely I can fucking hit that one last brick with one of them. I thought that was it, but no. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, what a cunt. Okay, alright, so on to the next variant. This is just a 2-player one, the one we've had. This one is pretty self-explanatory, really. So you can free the 2 balls held within the sections there. You only have 1 ball in play at the start. So let's see how we do with this one, as if my 2 previous goes won't already give you a pretty good idea yeah, of that one. Alright, here we go. Nope. Now, I don't know how big a seller this game was, but I do know it was one of the titles that was used during one of Atari's television advertising campaigns at the time. Oh, for fuck's sake. So either Atari thought it would be a good, title for advertising, or it was a good seller, but I don't know which it is. I need to try and stop it going at that sort of really shallow angle, but it's difficult to get it out of there once it's started. Oh, you thought I'd fuck that. There we go. Now, of course, once I hit the first blue brick, the ball will then start to speed up. I'm getting to the point now where I soon can't avoid it. Here we go. So that yellow one that's captive, it just needs to go at the right angle and it will come out, but of course it's not going to go at that angle, so oh, I thought I'd fuck that right up. Right, surely that yellow ball's coming out now. Here it is. I've got the chaotic bit going there for a little while. Right, that other captive ball must surely be coming out soon. And now the bats have shrunk. And the score and the audio is going fucking mad. There we are. Again, focusing so much on trying to get somewhere that the review is sort of rather going down the fucking carsey. Now all the ones I've got left are right on the edge, and I'm not going to get anywhere with trying to get those, I don't think. So let's get the review underway, shall we? Graphics. Yes, of course, the graphics are the very embodiment of basic. But, you know, it is a conversion of a game that came out in 1978. So, you know, you're not going to be expecting, you know, graphics that would make an Amiga blush. You know, it's not happening. It's the two-player one. Oh, I forgot about this one. Okay. On this one, the walls keep advancing downwards, and you have to try and break through them as quickly as you can. Again, you only have the one ball and only the one bat. Right, let's give this a go. So, yeah, I mean, you can't expect staggering graphics on a game that is basically Breakout. Well, it's not basically, but it is Breakout. So, I mean, I think the graphics are perfectly adequate. The colours, I think, are fine. They work well. I don't know how many colours the Atari actually had, but you look at the way the colours just gradually blend in there. They look fine. It looks well done. So yeah, I'm okay with the on-screen appearance. I say when you're scoring pretty highly, and you've got the score just constantly ramping up and up and up, I do like the sheer chaos of it. Which brings me on to audio. Again, very simple, very straightforward audio, but you know, that's all you really need. You don't need, you know, a fucking Martin Galway soundtrack or something. And again, the absolute chaos when you've broken through and you're hitting the high score, fucking hell, the high scoring bricks, and you've got, you know, the bedlam of the audio going on with the way the high score or your score is just ramping up and up and up. I think it really works. It just makes it absolutely chaotic. I've always liked yeah, how it sounded, and there we go, and how it looked. I just think it works really well. Which then brings me on to gameplay. One player Pong. It's, you know, not going to win any awards for originality in the gameplay department, but it is still an enjoyable game. Yet again, I'll say it, an enjoyable game. The simplistic nature of it is what makes it enjoyable. And I am a fan. I would much rather be playing, you know, something like this than, you know, something like fucking, well, Elite Dangerous again. I use the same example. Now, granted, that doesn't mean I hate all games that have complexity in them, but there are a number of times, such as now, when I just like the good old simplicity of a game like Breakout. And, you know, I can't overstate how simple the game is. It's Pong for one player. I don't think games get much simpler than this, if any simpler. Again, I just love the way that it sounds when it goes through that chaotic audio as you're hitting the high score bricks. And that was the thing that was what made me want the game in the first place. So yeah, 8, I think this 8, 9, okay, so there is a two-player version for the kids level. So it's only 9 variants, not 11. Anyway, let's go to this one again. This is definitely my favourite game mode. And away we go. So how do I score it? Fucking hell, I'll tell you what, I don't score my abilities of playing the fucking thing very highly. Okay, these days it's unlikely to bring players back time after time after time. It's definitely a game that you may sort of fire up every now and then, and I mean every now and then, if you want, well, believe it or not, if you want something different. I mean, but that's the thing with gaming today, this is something different. So I mean, I still like it. There's no two ways about it. I am still a fan. Now, obviously, compare this to the likes of, you know, Berserk, Space Invaders, Yard's Revenge, Warlords. No, it's certainly not up there with those, but it is still an enjoyable game. There's no two ways about it. I think that the way that the game is presented, as I say, with the, you know, the sheer bedlam of the score and the audio when you're getting that score really ramping up, it just, that is what does it. Well, at least certainly in my opinion it does. Hopefully I'll start getting some good scores with, okay, so much for that. I thought I might just be able to keep both balls in play for a little bit longer, but no. Oh, fuck. There we go. Right, but now the bat is half the size. Oh, fucking hell, there's still plenty there. How can I keep missing? There we are. Ah, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Alright. Can I actually complete a screen? I think the answer to that is no, especially as I let the small one, fucking, or the slow ball rather, go through. Right, last life, and I have 4 bricks still to hit. Just 2 more. 1 more, there we are, we've done it. Finally managed to do a complete screen. Ah, fuck it. So there we go then, that is Super Breakout for the Atari VCS. I will score it 7.5 out of 10. Yes, it's very basic, but the way it has been done in terms of the audio in particular means it does have something there that does keep me coming back. If you hadn't played it before, then chances are there is nothing here that will make you say, yeah, I'll definitely give that a go. But I mean, I would say, yeah, give it a try. I think you would be surprised at how long it keeps you playing it, even though once you've, you know, decided you've had enough, you're not likely to reload it again in a hurry. But it's well worth keeping there, you know, if you do fancy something a bit different from the normal sort of, you know, fucking first person shooter multiplayer online bollocks of today. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Actually no, 7.5 out of 10 for Super Breakout. Yeah, I think that's a fairer score. 7.5 out of 10. That brings this video to an end, but even though this is the last of the games that I had back in the day, it's not the last of the Atari VCS games that I'll be covering. There's at least one more, possibly 3 more, possibly even 4 more still to come. So yeah, I'm sure we can't wait for that, eh? Right, that brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.